Well, hello there, everybody. Well, this one's going to be the start of a little bit of a series here, a little mini series. So basically, what I'm going to do is explain to you what I've been doing with my life for the most part, but I'm really just going to explain to you why I've been doing it, and you're going to find out. So here we go. Well, pretty much what I've been doing with my time is I've more or less been living like the world is pretty much ending because in a lot of ways it basically is. Like, it's not going to literally end as in, like, there's not going to be a world anymore. But the world as you know it, like, you know, all this consumer garbage where, like, we go out and see music shows and all that stuff. Well, that's what I do anyway. But, yeah, that's not going to be here for very much longer. So basically, life in the future, like, you're all working tirelessly to have this amazing life in the future where you enjoy life the way your parents did and you get to save up all this money and enjoy your life and all your time off when you finally get done with the rat race. Well, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry to tell you that, but that ain't gonna happen. You might be able to make a whole bunch of money, and you might be able to enjoy that money, but you damn well are gonna have to do it in solitude, because the way this world's going in terms of greed and in terms of limited resources and all sorts of things like that, like, you better get ready to enjoy your time in solitude. Because if you can't, well, you ain't going to have very much fun in the future. So basically what's going to happen in the future is life is going to be radically standardized and put into basically a box where you can have it delivered to you. Like, everything's going to be delivered to you in a box and nothing's going to excite you because it's not going to be real. So, like, all the avenues of enjoyment that we know of as normal today, like people cooking for us, like, say you go to a place and some guy cooks you a dinner, yeah, that's pretty much not going to happen because it's going to be so priced out of, like, see, what's going to happen is, like, little old lady making a bunch of beef stew and selling it on the side or whatever, like, yeah, that's not going to exist for a number of reasons we're going to go into in part 2 on this one, but, like, everything's going to become so privatized because greed is going to drive the price up of everything so greatly that there won't be simple avenues of enjoyment that you could turn into a job to sustain yourself. You're going to have to become part of the machine to get by. So there will not be anybody cooking for you. There will not be anybody playing music for you. You won't have people reffing your kids' soccer games, because that's all going to become privatized and it will only be enjoyed by the extremely wealthy. And even then, I'm not even sure they're going to have the human capital to pull that one off. So I don't really know about that one. So, okay, so basically all of this comes down to the fact that I'm pretty much doing all there is to see now. And actually, I've already done it. Last 10 years, I've seen so much cool shit, you don't even have any idea. I haven't really told anybody about it because I don't fucking talk to anybody, but I've been doing some awesome shit. Mostly I just go to music shows. Like, I've seen so many bands. I've seen like 1,000 bands. I'm not even kidding. I swear to God, I've seen 1,000 bands. So basically what's going on right now is we're pretty much living in a time capsule that's never going to be able to be brought back again. Like, it's just never going to happen. What we're doing right now and what we've been doing since like the 90s, or that's for me anyway. Yeah, it's not going to exist in the future. I don't know what to tell you about that. We're living in a living time capsule, and you better enjoy what you got right now, which I know a lot of you aren't because you're not capable of enjoyment. But you better enjoy it now because we ain't going to be here very much longer. Pretty soon, free exchange of ideas will be gone, and with that, the simple cooperation of people to form in groups to enjoy things together will be gone. Because if you cannot have free exchange of ideas, you cannot have, you won't be able to have enough cooperation of people to allow for freedom of movement among each other, to be able to cooperate in a group, to bring some people together to enjoy entertainment together. That's not going to be able to happen because you can't accept free exchange of ideas. And if we have a group of people growing up that can't accept the free exchange of ideas, which we do have that, well, no, we're going to see the future that I'm talking about right here. So pretty much people are going to be, it's already like this actually, I mean, for the most part, but people will be too self-absorbed as a whole to create loose agreements with one another, to create cohesion and unity within crowds. So pretty much in real life, what this means is that for me, my love of live music is going to be taken away from me essentially by force. not because of any force of outside violence coming to me, mostly because there's not going to be enough crowds to warrant anybody doing it as a career, for one thing, because the musical taste of everybody is so homogenized that there is not enough freedom of expression to justify somebody doing some obscure genre of music to make money off it, because there isn't enough people to enjoy that obscure genre of music because everybody likes the same thing. And with that, everybody just fights over the same tickets to the same thing because they think they have to one-up each other because they all like the same thing. So, like, we gotta be like, oh, man, I got the $1,000 ticket to see that Fruitcake Drake. Oh, man, shit. I'd fucking wipe my ass with that ticket if I couldn't sell it for a fucking $1,000. You fucking corny-ass people. Okay, so, like, yeah, like I said, for what's gonna happen for me in real life, like, who the fuck am I gonna go see when I'm 50 years old? Like, yeah, I wanna go see a three-piece jazz band. Like, who the fuck is gonna play a three-piece jazz band for me in 30 years? Like, are we fucking kidding ourselves here? So, like, you people are nuts to be saving all this money for this supposed future that you think you're gonna have. You better be fucking doing it right now, or that shit ain't happening. Tell you that right now, and I am telling you that right now. So pretty much like the last 10 years, I just basically spent all my time making memories by myself because everyone around me is literally too cool to do anything. Like, I would invite people like, hey, you want to go do this? You want to go do that? No, man, I gotta feed my pet tarantula. Fucking, like, dude, I'll just go by myself then. And as soon as I started doing that, I was like, damn, this is a lot more fun than having some boring ass person drag me down the whole time. And then make me leave early because they're feeding her. I'll give you a warm glass of milk, you fucking pussy. Or I'll just not hang out with you and do everything by myself. So, yeah, I mean, so basically everybody's exactly the same. Like, they got the same exact interests from childhood, and they've never really expanded their interests outside of what they liked as broadly as a child. And most of that shit's garbage when you actually go back and look at it anyway. But somehow they still never get new interests. Like, we got 30-year-olds still playing Pokemon. That game is literally like a math problem. Go fight, hit the amount of power on the fucking move, and then it does an X amount of computer-generated damage that was already pre-decided by the computer based on the level of your little guy. Like, how have you not seen through it? People are like 30 years old, and you're still playing fucking robotized Pokemon games. Like, the shit is the same formula over and over again. You think you'd get sick of it. Never do, though. So basically, like, I'm the only person that goes around exploring and doing shit that nobody else does. So, like, honestly, most of the time I spend by myself, like, I spend it all with boomers because they're the only ones who do anything fun. I mean, you guys make fun of boomers for being broke, considering the fact they should be millionaires, but hell, at least they spent their money having fun. I'll give them that. Like, they should be millionaires. They're all broke, but hey, at least they had a good time, and they're going to die soon. None of you are going to have the good time, but you're going to die soon. So, like, at least they had a good time. I hate boomers like everybody else, but at least they had a good time. I mean, and I'm not exactly the one to give a guy a high five for scoring a babe and drinking some brews, but shit. I mean, if you're simple-minded, I'll fucking shake your hand and say, good job, buddy. At least you had fun. Like, None of you millennials, like, you don't even know how to have fun. So, you think there's going to be a future of fun? Ain't going to happen. Like, getting into this, like, all the shit talk, I'm so goddamn sick of hearing people just bad talk their closest friends. Like, if I hear one more person bad talk somebody they're close to, I'm going to smack you in the fucking mouth, and I'm dead serious. But I probably won't ever have that happen because I don't really talk to anybody. Like, I literally don't talk to anybody. And because of that, I just go have fun by myself. Actually, when I think about this, if you ever watch Malcolm in the Middle, there's the episode where Hal has to go on trial because he gets falsely accused of embezzling millions of dollars, and the thing that gets him off in the end is the fact that he took every Friday off of work for about 20 years straight. So he spent his Fridays feeding Shamu and catching ghosts and shit. Like, that's pretty much me. I mean, I've been doing all kinds of fun shit and just been doing it by myself because you people are fucking boring. Like, even if you go do something fun, you always got to just bring it down. Like, you just always got to be talking shit. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. So basically, so millennials think they have a future that's similar to your parents. You fucking don't. Like, you don't have a future that's gonna be like your parents. You're not gonna retire. You're not gonna enjoy your house. You're not gonna sit there drinking tea in the sun, fucking watching your grandkids. You don't even want kids, so you ain't have no grandkids. Like, you think you're gonna travel all around, but you won't. The workers ain't gonna be there to work and slave for you. Like, there ain't gonna be no people in Thailand fucking working peanuts for you when to get basic necessities in Thailand. Well, I don't even want to tell you what's gonna happen to them, but shit. There ain't gonna be this future where there's a bunch of poor people willing to work for fucking peanuts for you, because that ain't fucking happening. So don't think it's gonna. And on top of that, all the talent's gone. Where has the talent gone? Well, it's gone by the wayside because the fundamentals have died, because none of you are, actually, I mean, all of you are too good to perform endless practice of fundamentals. Hence the reason there won't be musicians for me to enjoy when I'm 60 years old, because ain't no damn kid out here that's putting in the fundamental work to learn the violin, to play it for me, so I could pay him to watch him play the violin for me. Like, that ain't gonna fucking happen. I mean, even if I want to pay give my money to a band and say, hey, buddy, play some fucking bluegrass on that violin and cello for me. It ain't gonna happen. There ain't no kids that know bluegrass. They ain't gonna go to no bluegrass show in the future. I ain't gonna see no jazz ensemble. They ain't even gonna have enough heads to fill up a freaking concerto. Like, you'll have to be a one-man band, and that's it. And that's gonna be me. So I got a future of entertaining, because I'm going to be able to entertain all you fucking zombie, petrified, homogenized pukes. I'll just be able to stand there and do nothing and entertain you. I already fucking do that. So, yeah, like, I mean, and then on top of this, like, who the hell is going to entertain you when the youth mercilessly mock everything you do that differs from what they deem to be normal? Like, just look at me. I just do whatever I want, and people mock me, and they think I give a shit. Like, I'm lucky that I don't give a shit, but I fucking feel bad for all these kids that want to do stuff that they want to do, and they can't do it because everybody around them just mercilessly mocks them. So if you're a little kid out there and you're watching this, or if you're a little child and you're watching this, just do whatever you want with your life. Don't listen to any of these people. They're a bunch of clowns. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Wear whatever you want to wear. It doesn't fucking matter. They're all going to make fun of you both ways that you go. So just do what you like. Tell you that that's the one thing I could tell you, that I could teach you, that's guaranteed and solid gold. Just remember that if you're under the age of 21 right now, take that to heart. So even if you have entertainers to entertain you, there's going to be nobody to work security. There's going to be nobody to be ushers. There's going to be nobody to be able to organize everything that needs to go into the organization and the marketing of the campaign to get people in the seats. Like, even if you get that, like, who's going to work the basic scrub jobs? Nobody. Because you make fun of anybody that doesn't make $2 million a second and doesn't have all the free time in the world. Like, it's either you work and you make a shitload of money and you have no free time, or you don't work and you got a bunch of free time and you're limited with what you can do with the little money that you have. And then either way, you get made fun of by them for it. So, like, I don't get this, but, like, there's going to be nobody to scrub toilets. There's going to be nobody to provide service support. There's going to be nobody that's talented enough to work a soundboard to have a concert that's actually audible to the naked ear. Like, it's not going to exist. We already see, you go to a concert you pay $30 for. I'll call the rave out on this. Every time you go to the rave, fucking the whole damn thing is just distortion sound everywhere. Like, I won't ever pay my money to go there ever again. And that's going to be the future of concerts. Just a bunch of blaring fucking noise in your ear. So, I already went over this one, but you just mock anybody that doesn't make $100,000 in a fucking second. So, like, again, in developing talent, like, how is there going to be these indie acts that go out and make and cut their teeth and make themselves into what they are by doing $10 at the door shows in a little coffee shop or whatever it is? Like, that's not going to happen because you just make fun of them if they don't have 3 million fans. Like, if somebody doesn't have 3 million fans, you don't listen to them off of white noise. Like, There's literally white noise in your brain that says, don't listen, they don't have 3 million fans, it's a waste of time. You might even like it if you did listen, but something tells you just not to even do it in the first place. So, like, there's never going to be a motivation for anybody to go around playing. I've already seen an amazing band. I'll call them by name. There's an amazing band of 3 females named Moonrise Kingdom. You can look them up. They play some amazing music.
This house, once a home, now sits all alone. These walls no longer last, only echoes from the past remind us of how things used to be. Dark
Moonrise Kingdom. I hope I got that right. I'm pretty sure it's Moonrise Kingdom. If I don't, I'll correct it later. But it's just these 3 young females that had played amazing music. They should be like amazingly popular, and they aren't popular because the youth have nothing in terms of taste to ever be able to discover them. Like they literally had to go work day jobs, which I'm sure they hate. I bet they wish they could be playing music. I know they could. I know they wish they could be playing music. They'd take a pay cut to do it. I guarantee it. Just to get away from their fucking shitty-ass day job. But there isn't enough people who are cool under the age of 30 to give these amazing females their due and give them the amazing life they deserve as musicians, entertaining crowds for the rest of their lives. Because none of you have taste enough to ever be able to give a startup band like them
me around. I thought you'd never bring me down. I'm tired of chasing love. Right now this just isn't enough. And I won't leave here empty-hearted. And you can't finish what you started. Because you...
the road to stardom. And real stardom, not just bullshit stardom based on a media facade like we see in everything today. Like every star is fake as hell today. Like if you ain't playing in a coffee club, I'll fucking smack you in the fucking face. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you put Drake in front of me, I'll fight all 10 of his security guards just for a fucking chance to smack the little snot out of his fucking mouth. Like, I hate that motherfucker with a passion. Hey, if you want to fight me, Drake, just call me up. You can probably get my number anytime you want. I'll fucking beat your fucking ass. And we can do this to make you a bunch of money if you want. I'll fight your ass for free. You could sell $10 million worth of tickets. I'll just walk in there and fucking clean your ass up and walk out and not pay any of these people attention because I don't give a fuck about these corny ass people. Like you're playing to a bunch of fucking rejects and you take a bunch of worthless money in exchange for your soul to do so. Like, fuck you, dude. And fuck anybody that's stupid enough to listen to a corporate conglomerate bullshit artist like Drake. Like, the fact that you even accept your own fans, you should get your ass beat by me in front of a big ass crowd. So set it up, buddy. Alright, so basically the future's an endless array of homogenized robotic boxes of nothingness. To me, the future's gonna be like I Am Legend, where them dudes, you know that part where his dog wanders into the zombie enclave and the fucking zombies, I don't even know what they're doing. I think they're jacking off. Like, pretty sure they're actually jacking off. I don't know what the book says on this one. So, like, his dog wanders in there, he's got to go get his dog out of there, and he sees the zombies in the circle jacking off. Like, pretty much what the future's going to be. Like, you all are going to just go pay money to sit down in a box together of nothingness just to say you went there. Like, that's practically what going to the club is right now. Like, you just fucking spend a shitload of money just to say you were around a bunch of fucking degenerate criminals or wannabe criminals. Either way, it don't fucking matter because you're a bunch of fucking corny ass fucking nerds. So, so basically there's going to be no entertainer with a platform to use anyways. Because there won't be a platform to use. Because even if there is an entertainer that exists to have a platform, there ain't going to be people to put together the platform in a real tangible space for anybody to go to enjoy. There ain't going to be giant concert venues because there ain't going to be nobody to run them. these things are going to be run down into dust because nobody's going to be organized enough to use them because y'all ain't smart enough to organize anything. Like, you can't even organize getting 4 people together and go to a fucking concert you already fucking bought tickets to. Like, every time I go to a concert, you know what I do? I just go on Craigslist and I wait to see what fucking idiot is selling his tickets for half price because suddenly he can't go for a concert he already spent $100 on. Like, it never fails. Like, I swear to God, every concert I ever been to, I just wait and see on Craigslist, like, hey, what dumbass is selling me his ticket for $25 because he has no other choice? Well, I'm going thanks to you. So, yeah, that's going to be the tone of the future. A bunch of dumbasses organizing something that's going to never happen. Actually, I just read this in the Bible the other day. A guy organized a feast, tells all his closest friends, all his family, come and join my feast. I slaughtered the fatted ox. And nobody fucking comes. So he just gets a bunch of bums to show up. And they show up and they have a great time. Well, that's all the future's going to be. Any fucking bums that want to get together and have a great time together because they don't give a fuck what anybody else got to say about them. It's the only people that's going to have fun in the future. And, I mean, I'll skip this one. But, yeah. Oh, and then another thing, like, there's not even going to be sports. Like, how the hell is there going to be sports when you people don't accept the fact that if you don't make $200,000 a second for accepting a job being a ref at a youth sports game, you're not going to go do it. So, like, if there's nobody who won't take anything less than $200,000 a second to go ref a youth sports game, like, how the hell are the kids going to have sports to play? Like, the children won't have sports to play because there's literally going to be nobody to organize it. And even when they do, there's going to be huge money on the line and all it's going to be is a bunch of parents fighting with each other about how my kid is the next Kobe Bryant. I'll tell you what. Yeah, no, he fucking ain't. Like, they ain't going to be ever a fucking Kobe Bryant again. All your little weakling-ass kids ain't doing shit. Like, even if they make it pro, they'll be a washed-up bum compared to what Kobe Bryant was playing against. Because those were men. We don't make men anymore. That's why life is easy for me. Because all I got to deal with is a bunch of watered-down baby sissies. Like, it's a joke. Honestly, everything's a joke now. Like, I fucking trample over a crowd of people without even trying because everybody's a weak little sissy now. Like, and people like to run their mouths too. Like, come see me in real life. Well, I got to say to all you jokers. But, like, getting back to the subject here. Oh, and another thing. Last thing I got to say, this is part 1 of my series this is just going to be a short little mini-series. But last thing I got to say here is there's not going to be shit else for one giant elephant in the room, and that's health. Like, all of your health is going to be ridiculously horrific in the future. I don't know how you people expect to have anything going in the Department of Health when you've grown up eating chicken nuggets and corn pops, and, like, every meal is fucking breakfast, 4-serving square, sugar pop cereal. We got lunch, a snack platter of poison bread and poison meat, topped with some chips. Hey, maybe I'll throw my Doritos on my mayonnaise slathered bread today, and I'll eat my Doritos sandwich. Yeah, like, and then dinner is fucking fried chicken and French fries and shit. Like, man, you have no idea what's coming to you in terms of health. Like, that's just going to be one of the many factors that's going to make the future unlivable for basically everybody. Like, we're already dealing with unprecedented levels of handicaps and disabilities and overall lack of energy that literally leaves people bedridden. Like, we're already dealing with this on you can barely find a person. Like, it's pretty much 1 out of 2 people now that's damn near on government disability of some form, or literally is disabled but working through it because they don't want to live on a fucking government stipend. And I damn well don't blame them. Like, you see people hobbling around on one leg, fucking unclogging your toilets and shit, like, because they don't want to live as a damn slave on a government stipend. Like, but in the future, that there ain't going to be no hobbling around on one leg. You people are going to be crippled, deaf, dumb, blind, stupid. Like, oh, man, we're already seeing widespread disease, and you ain't seen nothing yet. So, a lot of you got these plans for the future. It just ain't going to happen. So in part 2, I'm going to cover some stuff in regards to the global warming catastrophe, quote-unquote catastrophe that you think is coming. So I'm going to explain to you part 2, of why I've chosen to live the life that I've lived, where I have not in any given any regards whatsoever to building a financial future that I will be able to quote unquote rely on, because it's a waste of fucking time. And you're gonna only have to enjoy everything now, because you ain't gonna be allowed to do any of this shit in the future, and you aren't even gonna be able to be allowed to own the things you think you're gonna be able to own in the future. So stick around and wait until I produce part 2. See what I got cooking up, but it's basically just gonna be, if you actually buy into climate change and fighting climate change, like, you're not gonna be allowed to own a home, because, well, we'll go into that in part 2. So you ain't gonna be allowed to own shit if you think fighting climate change is some tangible idea. So keep up with your bullshit fucking fighting the climate and, oh, I'm gonna fucking fight. I'm gonna fucking punch out God and I'm gonna go on King Kong's island and stick him in the fucking face, and he's gonna drop and give me 50 push-ups and say, "You're the new King Kong now." That's like, honestly, that's what a lot of you fucking think the future is gonna be. And, like, that's what you, based on your adherence to global warming, religious bullshit. But, like, if you actually adhere to your own religious principles when it comes to the global warming and fighting the facade of global warming, well, you ain't gonna be allowed to do a fucking thing. You're gonna be eating fucking bugs and shit. Like, you're gonna be fucking pedaling. You're gonna be walking around your 15-minute city, like, thinking, damn, I was stupid. I shouldn't have let these fuckers enslave me like this. Or you'll just be dead, which, we can maybe cover this on part 3, but, well, part 2 coming soon.
Voices in the night, get the door and get the light. Toe to toe and eye to eye, we'll never wave goodbye. We were eye to eye, eye to eye. We were eye to eye, eye to eye. Airplanes above our heads, this is our best time yet. Across my wall, your silhouette, just silhouette, just silhouette, just silhouette, just silhouette. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could slow down. Flesh shows and sleepy eyes, your clothes and newborn light. Departure time is set, no time to miss you yet. Can I miss you yet? Can I miss you yet? Can I miss you yet? Ooh, can I miss you yet? Wish I could slow down. Wish I could slow down. Run, run, run. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could slow down.
So in terms of vitamins, supplements, people want to take vitamin C, vitamin D. You've mentioned a couple minerals like copper and selenium.
Yes.
How do we know which one we might need for, which one we might be
Well, you
deficient
need them
in?
all. You need them
Okay.
all, and here's why. And I don't like people cherry picking. When I ask them, I say, well, do you supplement? They say, well, yeah, I take vitamin C. Well, they're doomed to die 25 years early. They're going to have a whole briefcase full of terrible diseases and supplements, not supplements, but prescription drugs. And the reason is this. We need 90 essential nutrients, okay? 60 of which, 2/3 of which are minerals. Plants cannot manufacture minerals. Nutritional minerals, Scott, do not occur in a uniform blanket around the crust of the earth. They occur in a vein, if you will, kind of like chocolate and chocolate ripple ice cream. Okay? And so if you look at a field, the first row might have 18 minerals in it. 5 rows over, there might be 23. 5 rows over, there might be 3. 5 rows over, there might be 16. 5 rows over, there might be 0. Okay? Plants only need 3 to give the farmer the maximum yields in terms of tons and bushels per acre. Nobody pays a farmer for how many nutrients are in a food. Only tons and bushels, right? And so farmers don't care how many nutrients are in the field for the pasture, for the cows, or for the hay they get, or the grain, or what they sell for human consumption. They don't care. That's because they don't get paid for it. But what they do for their livestock is they give them a little supplement which has everything in it, which levels the playing field, so that the dog or the guinea pig or the rabbit or the monkey or the calf or the sheep or the pig or the chicken in Bangor, Maine, Miami, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, or Denver, Colorado, Austin, Texas, San Diego, California, or Seattle, Washington, they all get perfect nutrition because they're all getting that little supplement that has everything in it. And whatever the animals get from their food is value added. Okay, so that's why we've been able to do all the things we've done in the animal industry. But humans, by contrast, they say, look, I'm eating well. I'm doing this whole organic thing. I'm doing this 4 food group stuff they got out now. But they've missed it. They had a chance. I was holding my breath and I was hoping and praying that they would get it right. But when they made this new plate instead of the pyramid, they missed it. Because right in the center of those 4 quarters where they divided that plate up, there's, let's see, in the upper left one there's supposed to be all this fruit, and the lower one the veggies, and the upper right quadrant is supposed to be the grains, whole grains, and then the right bottom is supposed to be the meats and proteins and stuff. They missed it. They missed it 1,000 million miles, Scott. Because right in the center, in 1989, my wife and I began to do the same thing. But right in the center, we put a little circle that has the 90 essential nutrients as supplements. Now, when you supplement that kind of basic premise they have now with the 90 essential nutrients, you'll have a perfect diet for everybody who eats. But now, in some places, where they have the blue zones, they're called, where people live a long time, serendipitously, by accident, they happen to live into a place that has lots of minerals in the soil. If they eat locally grown food from a farmer's market, they'll live to be an average of 90. But 2 counties over, where those veins are pretty anemic, they don't have much in them from the veins of minerals, those same people eating the same diet, not the same food from the same locations, but the same diet. Well, I'm eating tomatoes and salads, and you know, my spouse died at 62 instead of 90. I eat the same way those guys do, so it must be genetic. No. Their tomatoes have 18 minerals in it, your tomatoes only have 3. So unless you're supplementing to make up the difference, that's the problem. Because a tomato from Texas is not like a tomato from Florida, it's not like a tomato from the Imperial Valley of California or Denver, Colorado, or North Dakota. They're all different. And so you must, it's imperative that we level the playing field by supplementing. Supplements are the best insurance policy you can get because it will help you prevent and reverse 900 diseases. An insurance policy with Blue Cross Blue Shield or Hartford only pay the doctors when you screw up. They do not add any years to your life. They pay the doctor when you screw up. In fact, the more you use the medical system, the quicker you die.